we actually encourage people when, especially when you talk about residential design, we always try ask the client to understand what they want and what they need and what is the most appropriate for their style of living. You don't go for the trendy thing because you see one of my design and oh I love it and then I want to put it in as exactly the same in my house. First of all, you ask yourself what you want and what is the family composition, and I think I always emphasize to design according to the human needs, 以人為本. Because a residential space should be designed for a particular family that have different compositions. You may be a bachelor, you may be a young couple, you may be a young couple with children and staying with your grandmother and things like that. And then you have to respect people's needs. So I think it's important to do that. And I always very against designing a building, an apartment looks like a show house. Actually, my show house, sometimes I have to design it looks very luxurious, but I always put in personal functionality and make sure that the building itself is livable. And some of the, I would have to say that some of the show houses in Hong Kong or even in China, it looks great in the first sight, but it's actually not livable because the bathroom is not working properly, the closet is not enough, and you can see that when I show you all these show flats in my presentation, all of them are actually in the building itself, and ultimately that was sold to the one of the end user. But for show flats, then probably it's better because they have end users from different backgrounds, and one of the end users they may look at it and then they feel it's not it's suitable for them, and then they buy it, and then I want them to be totally satisfied with my design, but not only looks good but also feels good and live. When the designer is approached by developers to design, I think the designer has to have a good communication with the developer to understand what are the target customer for that particular project, or even within the same project, different units, bigger units, smaller units are target for different target groups. So we design everything according to the target groups. Although we may not have somebody in mind, we have the group in mind. So we try to lead people from a better quality of life. So maybe if you are my client, and I'm not going to do exactly what you tell me, I want to learn more from you, and I try to give something better for you to choose. That is the role of a designer.
Okay.